We're live.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a busy day today, a lot of news going on. We're going to try to get to all this news and headlines today. So for everyone's benefit, we'll wait a few minutes, let a few people sign in. But for those who are already waiting, you might notice the newest addition to our backboard. I thought it was kind of unique. That was some real nice folks I just met had that done for me. And so now we got the dog that started it all. We got the dog who put an exclamation mark at the end of it, represented here on our wall. So it's a good day. Thank you, Ms. Dolores. Thank you, Ms. Carey.
Troy said hello.
You're welcome.
Hey, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Let us know when Callie W comes on. Carrie's got to say hello to him.
No, for real. I wanted one and I have now.
Yeah, Carrie was looking, the golden retriever was looking for a stalker, you know, so she could call one she could call her very own. And Callie W was kind enough to come on and
Because I always
say,
think that's so nice. They take the time out of their day to stalk you and
A
speak.
super fan.
Yeah.
Super
Yes, thank you. You
fan.
get me.
Super fan.
Apollo just heard your voice, he's looking out the window.
Hi, buddy.
We're gonna be talking about that dog right there. He just heard his master's voice and he doesn't understand the glass.
Hi.
This is Dolores' dog, the Great Dane, that just came back from tracking, yes. You
Troy
heard it
said
right.
welcome back, Carrie.
Thank
Hey,
you.
what?
Troy said welcome back.
Hey. See, you were missed.
I was missed. He's watching you.
I know, he's my
That's
personal.
like I
That's my
always
super
feel
fan.
like.
So this is the way Great
That's my
Danes are.
personal
They're just
stalker.
loyal. He's sitting out there. Dolores is sitting in here in the big that bay window, and he's just, what's Mama doing in there? And I'm out here. He's just staring in the window. And Great Danes can look into large bay windows.
Yeah.
So
He's beautiful, Dolores.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful horse you have.
Yeah. I just need to get a custom saddle and we're good.
yeah. Is
Oh,
that
you already have two custom
Is
Oh
that
saddles.
yeah,
Troy?
we have two custom saddles.
Tell everybody to like the video if they're joining.
Yeah, tell us all to like the videos, Troy. Everybody like this. So, I know we're gonna wait a few minutes and let a few more people come on. So, Dolores, background a little bit of this here. Stan quits throwing, stops throwing things. So, Dolores came out here some time ago with a Great Dane and a German Shepherd for protection training. And obviously I'm kind of partial to Great Danes. So, so we started doing a little extra work, and y'all, if you've been listening to this podcast, about a month ago, she had an incident with her babysitter, and I think, was one of the babies with you?
No,
Or
just me
just-
and her.
Just,
Yeah, we're going home after training.
yeah, and they run across probably some whacked out meth head. And they pulled into a bad part of town. It was late at night and had to get gas. And Dolores looked around, found a gas station, wanted to make sure there wasn't nobody there, which everybody needs to go to a gas station that nobody's at 11 o'clock at night, right? So she found one where there was nobody there, and this meth head comes up and was quite aggressive, and Apollo
Took care of it.
took care of it, huh?
Took care of that, yeah.
So anyway, she's obviously fond of her dogs, and as time went on, here we had Stan went down to Cocoa Beach, or Cocoa, Florida. Pardon me, I know everybody does that to you. I'm sorry, Dan. And competed in one of their police dog competitions, probably one of the better police dog competitions that I'd say in this country.
Space Coast competition.
There you go, Space Coast competition, annual event going on in January this year. If you think you got a good canine team, call Dan Rhodes down there. But when Stan came back, there was Dan Rhodes, officer, canine handler, Coco. He came back, picked up one of our Western Shepherds, and he starts telling me and all of us about this Old Dominion tracking thing. It's a really big deal. I mean, You get FEMA teams that are certified. They're doing everything from basic tracking to advanced cadaver dog, whitewater tracking. It's where the pros go to practice. It's where the people who want to be pros go to learn. Tim, what's his name? Carrie? Tim Perry, Old Dominion, Virginia. And so Dolores is still enjoying what she's doing with her dog, wants to do more with her dog. Of course, the Golden Retriever wants to do everything with dogs. That's where they were last week. We got some backstory for everybody, and we've got some tracking story for everybody. But what they send you home with? Show them
Our certificates for completing 40 hours, our first 40 hours in search and rescue stuff.
So they were there. They were running literally with the big dogs, and we now have, because I get a lot of people asking about search and rescue work here in the DFW area, and now we've got some people who've got paper certificates that prove they know what they're doing. So we will be greatly expanding our search and rescue stuff. Golden Retriever is going to take care of she's going to work on some certification scenarios we may use in pro sports, and we might start certifying civilian or tracking. One of our goals, our future plans. And Dolores takes time out of her busy schedule to come out and help.
I sneak away.
Yeah. There's Apollo still.
Stalker. My super fan.
Here's a little story that
That's funny.
Dolores was telling us, and just so people can appreciate, the best part about being me is the variety of dogs we get to work with. I mean, and just because you get a certain breed, I mean, it's going to be good at what they said it's going to be. You still got to raise and train them and all that other stuff. But there's certain breed characteristics that are, relatively consistent. And the one that's consistent about Great Danes is, A, they're methodical. B, once they do something, they never forget how to do it. And if they enjoy it, they will do everything they can to keep doing it. So Dolores is talking about, now this is a Great Dane, and I'm going to tell you some of the backstory here in a minute. Obviously not, if you're a FEMA certified bloodhound search and rescue owner and some lady with large eyelashes, tinted lips, and a blonde pull up to your tracking seminar where all the men are running around when they're, what do you call them kind of pants? Tactical tack pants and their combat boots. You're going to get some looking, but obviously from the certificates, these girls got it done. We'll explain that in a minute. But Apollo, being a Great Dane, was that, what, did they just, they said jump right in here, it looks great? What?
I think we were like 2 fish out of water, you know?
2 catfish in a sandbox, boys, that's what they were. So, but back to the way Great Danes are, once they learn something. So she's now brought Apollo home. He's been sniffing and tracking all week long. And what he said, he went to the new house, and what's he doing?
He thinks he's a bloodhound. He just puts his nose down to the ground, he's like sniffing everything, and then he'll pick his head up, and you'll see his like little lips like quivering, like he got something. And anytime we take him out to potty, there he goes, nose to the ground, looking for something, he's ready.
So that's a great day for you. So we're gonna let me background a little bit, and then we're gonna talk about some of the search and rescue exercises that they went through, how the dogs did, how the ladies did. But you gotta. Carrie called me the first night. Were you a little upset, Carrie?
Yes, I was discouraged. I felt like it's like we stepped into Mean Girls.
You stepped into what?
Mean Girls.
Mean
That
Girls?
movie, Mean Girls. And they weren't like really picking on, but they were like, oh,
Giving
that's
us a
cute.
little hard time.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, they brought a Great Dane. I'm like,
Funny.
we're like, so we just felt like from the get-go, I was like, let's go home. And Dolores, no, we're staying. I was like, okay. She's like, we got this.
I was like, we got this, we can do it.
So, yeah, so I was discouraged the first night.
So everybody, so picture it.
Well, we didn't have any of the gear, we didn't have any of the clothes, any of the safety stuff. Like we were just
And you
laughing stock.
and you did have a Great Dane.
Yeah, and I
God,
had a
Great
Great
Martha.
Dane.
Yeah.
What's the lady done with a Great Dane? We tracking dogs here. My gracious. So they
Like
weren't.
stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, probably. And again, not picking on Dolores. Because she's just a beautiful lady, and they was dresses fashionably and stylishly and accordingly. And then you have your blonde over here, and she's got a little more tactical stuff. But Carrie called me the first night and said, "I don't think they like us."
I don't think they did.
And then I tried to give her a little pep talk, but then Dolores came through.
I'm hype man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
She was hype man.
Yeah, and the way they made things work, but I want you to know they've got some modeling to do, because as things progressed, they got a little better and a little better and a little better. So then we decided we should get them their very own shirts. Ladies, show the guys. Hope y'all can read these. Get together, get side by side there, ladies.
There you go.
Read it out loud.
It says, "Go ahead, underestimate me. That will be fun."
Butters and Bondo.
That's right. We're taking over the world.
So,
Oh my gosh, she showed me. Oh, she spilled her liquor. This is how it's been all week. This is how it's been all week, non-stop with us. Like,
so
Nothing to fear.
and you heard what one of them said there at the end, Butters and Bondo. Let me explain. They started off being probably looked down on a lot by all 100 some odd, 50, 79 people that were there, whatever. And when they finished at the graduation and they were getting their certificates, Carrie sent me a little video of it, and they were saying, "All right, this is team number so and so, so and so, thank you very much. This is team number so and so, so and so, thank you very much." And said, we got Butters and Bullet and
Bondo.
Carrie, and then Carrie comes up and says, "Wait, let's take a picture." And then they says, "And Bondo and Apollo," and she comes up, and then the instructor, "Come on, I want a picture with you two girls." So they got a new team name officially from now on. Carrie's got more names than anybody I know.
some of them we cannot mention on live TV or on live whatever.
Dolores has a last name that's a little difficult for some of the southern redneck boys to pronounce, so they started calling her Bondo and Butters. So
Yeah.
Bondo and Butters are going to be our official tracking certifiers for anyone who wants to.
I also wrecked my car on the way there, like the week before, getting ready
That's
to
why
get there.
That's why her name
That's
is
why it's
Bondo.
Bondo.
Oh, okay. Her car had Bondo in it. The body work. I got,
That's
of course,
funny.
of course.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just, what was your funnest experience there? What was your best tracking scenario, Carrie?
Well, I don't know. All of them are pretty good.
She's just that great.
No, I was just all that great. I mean, my dog was amazing. Apparently, Bullet is way up here, and I'm way down here. I liked the one where we went through town because I felt like we were going on an obstacle course, and he was just taking me on a goose chase, but he went right to him. Because he went around, because the dude was sitting next to me, and he went all the way around town, went through people, and went right back to him.
So to clarify it a little bit for everybody, they gathered outside of this small Appomattox, Virginia town, and one of the men that's helping one of the coaches had gone out previously and run a track all the way down Main Street and back to the same area. Carrie thought they were crazy because she saw the guy sitting over there, and they gave her that guy's hat as a scent object. And
Thought they were messing with me.
she thought they were messing with her, which has been happening frequently. So she didn't, she said, "Well, let's just try it." Well, come to find out, old Bullet went through. We had 2 Western Shepherds there, And I've probably had a half a dozen police departments call and ask me about Western Shepherds since they left.
Because they said Bullet was so smart that when I thought they were picking on me, because they were doing extra long stuff and like hiding two people and making Bullet fight. They said Bullet was getting bored with the little stuff that they were giving to other people because he was too smart for his own good. So they had to start making it more challenging for him and weaving out of stuff and because he's just way too smart for that.
Right. Yeah, I mean
He was that dog. One of my instructors told me, he said, in 3 years you're gonna be rock stars. He said, when you're rock stars, don't forget us. Like he literally, and he said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
So I meant it. I mean, he meant it, and I'm gonna fulfill that.
Rock star coming
Yeah.
up. And of course, we're still, to give you a good shot of the whole picture, we have two really, city girls.
Don't let these lashes fool you.
Don't let the lashes.
That's right.
Well, see, yeah, you see that shirt. That's what I think about them. So I know better, but I'm talking about what these people are thinking.
Yeah.
We got these two city girls, and they show up with a Western Shepherd. What's that? Some kind of mutt like doodles? Everyone's making doodles, and
That's
I think
exactly what he said. That's exactly what one of our instructors said.
And the other one shows up with a Great Dane. Great Danes can't do anything. Everybody knows that. And they're out in the woods, and they have a cabin, and the cabins didn't have any heat. So most of the other people there went and got motels. Not these two.
We just froze to death.
Put the dogs in on top of them.
We sure did. Our dog slept on top of us in these little bitty bunks.
But it was.
My dog stole the blanket.
It was still the woods at night, and Dolores had an amazing experience. At 3 a.m, she used hot dogs for treats. She had taken a package and put them on the windowsill outside the cabin, and because it was cold, and then she heard the noise, and she knew it was what, Dolores?
A bear.
A banker.
A bear.
A bear. She had a bear outside her window, right?
Yeah.
Right, Butters?
Well, she said it was.
Apparently
Apparently it was a skunk.
A skunk. But
They sound just the same though.
But how did you know?
Like a
How
bear.
did you know that? How did you know?
Because
it was
I'm
going?
dead asleep at 3 a.m. trying to stay warm.
3 a.m. Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wakes me up. Carrie. I'm like, I tell her, there's a bear outside. She was dead serious. This was panic voice. And I'm like, Dolores, no there's not. She's like, yes there is. And I listened. And I could hear something and I was like, oh shit, maybe there is. And I'm like, there's
What
not,
did you say?
Dolores, go. I said, oh crap, maybe there is. And I was like, no, that was in my head. I didn't say that out loud. So I'm like, Dolores, go back to sleep. I just cuddled my dog. I'm like, it was a skunk, but it was, yeah.
We found out the next morning it was a skunk.
Skunk was eating her hot dogs and she left outside.
It was pretty scary stuff.
Scary skunk.
Super
Scary
And
skunk.
then every night after that, I would wake up at the
At
same
the
time.
same time.
Freaking out about the bear.
Waiting for that bear. So I don't want y'all to think it was all fun and games like that for these ladies. They worked
It
hard.
was.
Uh,
Like it was.
It was. I'm just kidding. We worked hard.
what did our Great Dane? First, tell us what the Great Dane did the very first day when he turned around.
Okay. So the Great Dane's very
Oh, and let
skeptical.
me preface. People who search and rescue really don't like protection trained dogs
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
At all. We have two totally protection trained dogs. We told them don't tell them about it. So now,
We did.
go ahead.
Well, I didn't get the memo, so I told everybody that. And Apollo's real skeptical. He is very suspicious of everyone. So we're walking, everything's fine. He'd already
They're on
sniffed
a track, by the
everybody.
way.
We
They're
start
tracking.
the track and we're going. He's going after. He has the scent. He's going after the guy. Well, everybody starts coming around behind me because they're trying to critique and just kind of see what we're doing. Well, Apollo's like, oh heck no. He whips around, starts growling, and he's like, you're not getting mama. So I think he just didn't have a clear picture of what we were doing. He just was like, they're circling you.
So
But
they enjoyed being growled at by a Great
no.
Dane?
No, I don't think anybody enjoys that.
Yeah, no.
No.
They
Apollo
pulled
does.
me aside was it the first day?
Yeah, that was the first day. That was the
They
very
pulled
first
me
trial
aside
happened.
and told me if she can't get her dog under control, that she's gonna have to put it up and she can't participate because her dog is being aggressive and mean. And I'm like,
But
no, it's not.
yeah,
Like we
we
had to just.
haven't seen him
Yeah.
in action.
And so, but after that was the
not
only time once they started seeing him.
Yeah. And he didn't like lunge or like go into an alert. He just
Let them know.
turned around and
They
let
didn't
him
think
go.
she could handle her
Yeah.
dog. They basically told me if she can't handle her dog,
Yeah.
I was like, but she's handling him. Did you guys get bit?
Yeah, he didn't lunge.
I
He
mean-
didn't go into an alert or anything like that. He just was letting
But
it be.
these girls play with the real big dogs. That's why they can handle it. So that's how Apollo introduced himself to the pack. But was it Apollo that with the deal with the car?
Yeah.
Track with the car?
Yeah, that
So
was one of my favorites.
this is where
Yeah.
Apollo ended up. So tell us about that.
So, by
These
the
are
end-
scenarios that they use to practice to prove how good the dogs
Yeah.
are.
By the end, Apollo was doing great. I mean, he was always doing good, but at the end, he was doing really good. He was able to determine which scent he was after. My favorite track would be when I opened the passenger door where Carrie was at, and I let him just sniff her side of the car.
You know, tell how it started.
Yeah, we gotta know how to
Oh,
start. I'll have to choreograph this real close, folks.
Okay.
Hang in there. I'll make
So
it
I
clear.
walked about a quarter mile.
Yeah, she walked
So
around
whoa,
the
let
corner.
me set it up. Let me set it up. Let me set it
We're
up.
in the woods.
She didn't get that memo.
Yeah.
I get
So
that
so
memo.
Apollo, they had varying scenarios depending on the ability of the dogs. Like as Carrie said earlier, Bullet ends up doing really going to the intermediate or professional grade exercises and scenarios. Apollo does too at this point. So this scenario is set up where they had Carrie as the tracker layer. She starts off in these woods. She goes about a quarter mile or so. Then she jumps into a car. And the car takes off and drives around about 30, 40 yards away around an area. Now,
Okay, so it's my turn to go find Carrie. So I open the car door and I ask Apollo to check out her little area, get the scent, and then I send him to find her. And he followed exactly. He went down the road she went, the path she went, and then it was as if he hit a wall. And I didn't know what he was doing, but I asked him to get to work because he hit a wall and he kind of like stopped, and then he looks up and he looked kind of confused. Tell him to get to work. He right away then started zigzagging side to side until he led me to her in the truck. And he pointed, turned his head and pointed at her like in the truck and let me know that she's in that car. So I couldn't believe that. I was really impressed with him. And my instructor told me he nailed it and that he literally, it was as if he just stopped dead in his tracks, and that was where she got picked up. So that's exactly where he opened the door and she got in. I
so
was super impressed.
so for all those people who think bloodhounds are the only ones that can do the sniffing, I mean that was
Danes can do it too.
yeah, Danes can do it too. And again, she gets in a car and drives off. How many people would think a dog could actually follow that scent? But their noses are amazing.
Yeah.
Carrie had. Tell us about the fire tower. That's my favorite.
We had two people walk out. Look, were you one of them? No.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I was following
We had
her.
two people walk out. One of them hid behind a thing on the shooting range, and then one of them went up the tower. Well, we didn't know where they were because we're not allowed to watch them go hide. So we went in, and Bullet went to the first lady, but he kept walking around. And he walked back, and he kept circling this. He circled this tower a few times, and then he walked.
Did he follow a track to get to the
Oh,
tower?
he followed this track back behind my bed. He followed the track, I guess, where the lady walked.
And the track took you.
Right, to the, past the other lady and up to the tower, or to the bottom of the tower.
This is like a fire tower probably in the woods.
Yeah, well, it's a shooting range.
Shooting range. Oh, okay,
It's
so
like a
shooting range tower.
two-story
Okay.
tower.
Okay.
So, he circles that a few times and then he stops at the stairs and he puts, there's a chain in front of it that says, don't go up or whatever.
These are the change in front of the stairway that goes up to the tower.
Bullet walks up the 2 steps he can climb before he hits the chain. He hits the chain and just sits there and he looks at me. Well, of course, I turn to my instructor. I'm like, are we allowed to go up there? Because this is only our second day. I don't know what we can do, what we can't do. He said, okay, if that was a real life situation. He said, what would you do? I said, well, I'd go upstairs and check. He said we'll go upstairs and check, so I did, and she was around. She was up there.
She what?
She was up there, around the
Who's-
corner. The
So-
lady that was
So
hiding.
the dog goes up the
My bad.
stairs.
The
and
girl we were
bumps-
tracking
And
is.
bumps the door for the track layer was actually in the air hiding behind the door. And I should have told this story myself.
I'm all Benadrylled out. I'm sorry.
She got, her allergies are all fired up, you know, she set out in the Virginia woods and
I know I'm not my spunky
she's
self
not her
today.
spunky self. Her and Laura
Uh.
chasing bears.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I will be back.
Tell us all about it.
It was very educational. If you're looking for something like that, that is a very good place to start. They're very nice.
We
Once-
learned so much.
Yeah, in
such a
just
short
4
time.
days, we learned so much.
And Apollo started like signaling, like calling people that he found.
Instead of being aggressive.
Instead of like, yeah, he wasn't grumbling or anything. 'Cause at first we were coming out the woods and he was like, you know, stay back, you know. But yeah, it's that by the end he was like pawing them when he found somebody. He just wanted love, and as you saw, like when we did it here, he's doing that still. So
Yeah.
he knows. What
So all he wanted when he got to the track found was somebody to pet him.
Yeah, somebody to pet him.
Well, first is so.
First,
they
after
wouldn't.
the
Nobody
first
would pet
time,
him. Everybody
yeah.
was scared to practice of him.
So then he hated it because he didn't kind of
Yeah.
Nobody would pet him.
So they sent him to come find me. They weren't letting our dogs find each other because they know each other.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But they're like, let's try something. So he did. And as soon as he found me, I gave him love it, and then he just loved it again.
Yeah.
And then, but he stopped being aggressive, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
we showed him this is what you get. Like
And I think he wasn't really being aggressive. I think he was just suspicious, you know. And then
it was a
like,
new
he-
surrounding.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was
Yeah, I
going
didn't know what
on.
was going on. I think, and like I said, he
It
wasn't
was
like
fun.
showing teeth or snapping. He just was like doing his little Apollo grumble, you know. He's just like, I can't even do it. Like so quiet, but he lets it be known. He stares at you.
Try. Show us. How does it sound?
No.
How's it sound? How's it sound?
It's like. "Grrr."
Does he move his lips?
But like
No,
his whole
he like
body
just
vibrates.
stares at you like, you know, with those eyes.
Show
And
us,
he's
show us
like,
that, show
he's
us
like,
that.
it's like, "Grrr."
Ooh, that scared me. Ooh, Lord.
This is how it's been the whole week. It's been fun. There's never a dull
There's
moment.
never a dull moment.
Say hello to Brazil.
Hello,
Hi,
Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil's watching
From
Hey,
Brazil.
Brazil.
from Brazil.
Awesome. Cool.
So it's been this way all week. So you girls had a pretty good time.
Yes.
Yeah, we
it was
agree.
so I couldn't have gone with a better person.
And we could
It
have
was-
had a better team.
Yeah,
Our
our we
team.
got the best team because
Yeah.
they helped us all out and like I don't know they were
They
so
had a
funny
lot of
because Bullet always had a smile on his face when he found the person. He was just so excited about it. He was so cute.
So
And our team was super welcoming and super helpful.
Yeah.
And
They were a bunch of older,
Great.
not older, a little bit older. Well, I didn't think they were much older than us, but apparently they were when they. I was like, none of y'all are that old.
yeah, but they were super cool.
We're not old
They were
yet.
super funny. Like they made it so much fun.
Oh yeah,
It
they
was,
yeah
like,
they just
great. time.
yeah
Like, it was
like
great.
I will forever have friends like
Mhm.
that are
Well,
like
good.
those
Made
type-
long
yeah.
And our
Yeah.
instructors were hilarious.
you what? Who's
Our
there?
instructors were hilarious.
Where are they?
Yes,
Well, we
they were
just started
hilarious.
picking on them because they were picking on us.
They like to yell at Carrie.
They what?
They like to yell at Carrie.
They
Go
what?
figure.
They like to yell at her.
I like to yell at
Yeah,
you.
go figure.
Yell at Carrie. Everybody likes to yell at Carrie.
I know. I'm like,
That's what I've been doing wrong all this
I'm
time.
like, what did I do wrong?
No wonder she's running the
They're like,
kennel.
read your dog. Your dog's telling you exactly where she's at. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing if you haven't figured this out. I'm like,
It was
I think
great.
by Thursday I had it because I was like, oh, he's going that way. Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But it took me because he
grew up
said my dog
there.
was super smart. Like he said, Bullet. He goes, yeah, I was kind of wondering what these Western Shepherds were about. He said, but yeah, it's a beautiful dog and your dog is super smart.
There you go. Western Shepherd puppies due October 15. Anybody interested in a super smart dog? Got the Golden Retriever stamp of approval and the Tim Perry of Old Dominion stamp of approval and the,
Yeah.
got Dan Rhodes, police officers, all.
Oh, he
run the
sure
Western
has
Shepherd.
one too. Yeah. Maverick was super smart. I mean, he's what 7 months old, doing all this stuff. All our adult dogs are doing crazy.
7-month-old Western Shepherd.
Right,
dog.
7, 8, something like
Yeah.
that.
It was little.
Just super smart.
Yeah.
Super
He
smart.
was going through water too.
Yeah.
So, anyway, folks, we're gonna let y'all go back to supper time or whatever you're doing. I wanna thank Doris, and, by the way, if you need tires or rims or wheels,
Yeah.
she knows, she works with a guy named, Mustafa, who runs a cool place, a little bitty shop called Texas Tires. I don't know.
Tires.
Might be one near you. Check them
Texas
out.
Tires.
Tell them
Like
Apollo's,
yellow.
tell them Apollo sent you and you get a little discount maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely discount for Apollo.
Yeah, just tell them Apollo sent you and we're glad to have the golden retriever back. We're back on track. We'll be up again next Thursday. Anyone got it?
I'm back.
Someone on the Tuesday night training, I asked somebody I asked a little trivia question about why do dogs, after they after they hike the leg, they'll scratch the dirt all up. We had one guy, I apologize, I forgot your name, he commented, close but not quite. It's to attract the attention of other dogs, especially females that may be in heat. They tear up the ground and the turf, all of them do, so it looks different. And so when somebody goes, and they'll go, oh, that's so-and-so. It's a message board. It's like putting a stamp on your envelope.
Huh, that's interesting.
Nobody sends envelopes anymore. It's like making a post on Facebook.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you,
That's
Stan.
funny.
My tech man.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
What's the motto?
If you ain't having fun,
Whoa. You ain't training with Bondo and Butters.
that's
Good night, folks.